People who grew up in the 1980s carry a psychology that feels strangely balanced, yet deeply conflicted. They weren't raised in the silence of the old world, and they didn't grow up inside the noise of the digital one either. They were raised in between. And that shaped how they think, adapt, trust, and survive in ways most people don't notice. The 1980s were a transition decade. Kids still played outside until sunset. They rode bikes without helmets. They knocked on doors instead of sending messages. Freedom still existed, but something new was arriving. Television became louder. Cartoons became constant. Video games entered living rooms. Real life and screens began to share space. Growing up between two worlds created a unique mindset. People from the 80s learned how to switch modes. They could be fully present in the real world and then fully absorbed in imagination and digital play. They developed mental flexibility early in life. They know how to unplug, and they know how to adapt. Their inner voice doesn't say someone will fix this for me, and it doesn't say I'm alone either. It says, I'll learn what I need and move forward. Most people from the 80s were raised by parents shaped by pressure and responsibility. Long work hours, less emotional expression, high expectations with limited explanation. But those parents were also watching the world change. They encouraged independence, but also stability. This taught children how to self-soothe, how to entertain themselves, and how to manage emotions without constant reassurance. Responsibility existed, but obsession did not. You had chores, you had rules, but you also had space. If something broke, you tried to fix it. If you were bored, you figured it out. Entertainment was not instant, so patience was learned naturally. This produced adults who are practical, reliable, and quietly resourceful. The 1980s did not build strength through fear. They built it through adaptation. New technology, new expectations, new social changes. People raised in that era learned early that change is normal. That's why they don't panic easily. They have already adapted many times in life without instructions or guides. People from the 80s are a true bridge generation. They remember life before the internet, and they mastered life after it. They know how to communicate face-to-face and how to navigate digital spaces. They understand silence and stimulation. They can slow down, but they can also keep up. That's why conversations with them feel different. They listen more than they speak. They don't rush to impress. They don't live for constant validation. Their confidence is not loud. It's adaptive. They trust experience more than trends and presence more than performance. Now compare that with those born after the year 2000. They didn't watch the digital world arrive. They were born inside it. Notifications, timelines, and endless information have been part of their environment since childhood. Their world moves fast, and their minds rarely get a break. This generation is intelligent, creative, and emotionally aware, but they are also overstimulated, mentally exhausted, and under constant pressure to keep up. Their attention is pulled in every direction. Rest feels unproductive. Silence feels uncomfortable. They are not weak, they are overloaded. So here is the real question. Which generation had it harder? The ones who grew up adapting to change, or the ones born into non-stop stimulation? And tell me, are you from before 1990 or after it? Which world shaped you? If this made you think differently, subscribe. We go deeper every day. Like the video so more people can find these ideas.